I'm going to go to Victoria Marshall, who's been kind of following the events in Israel today as they celebrate their 76th anniversary. Obviously, this year, much different backdrop. Victoria, welcome to Washington Watch.
Thank you for having me, Tony.
All right, so give us the latest on how the celebration. I was there in Israel 6 years ago for the 70th anniversary. This year, obviously, much different, given what's been happening there since October the 7th. What's happening on the ground in Israel today that we're tracking?
Yeah, well, obviously there were celebrations in multiple cities, but it was obviously marked with sadness for what is happening currently with the hostages still in Gaza and the war in Gaza still happening. There are two fronts happening right now. Obviously, you have the Israeli military going into Rafah with limited military excursions there in the south, and then also in the north trying to take out Hamas militants. So there's kind of two fronts to the war currently.
The Biden administration, are we seeing any movement on the withholding of these munitions that they announced last week that they were not sending to Israel?
Yeah, so no update on that yet. At the last week, obviously, Biden said he did not want to send more weapons to Israel if they carry forward with a major ground operation or military operation into Rafah. Over the weekend, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said that the U.S. would not support a major military operation into Rafah without a credible plan by Israel for how they're going to evacuate civilians. And Israel has sent in evacuation warnings to civilians in Rafah. We've seen 500,000 Palestinians move out of that area so far. But right now, the White House hasn't said anything about whether they support a major military operation with that by Israel. I think they want some more action.
All right. Victoria Marshall, thanks so much for updating us on what's happening in Israel today.